Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, how are you? My name is Godfrey. That is my name. I used to date this other Xhosa woman with a big booty, and this other Christmas I gave her 23k from the money that I had been given for my bonus. I had to beg my boss to give me 300 rands so that I can be able to pay my landlord for the money that he wanted, because he said that you have to pay me before month end so that I can also make plans for my kids. So I spoke with my boss. My boss was even surprised. He said, Godfrey, why are you doing this to yourself? Why did you spend all of this money on women? I lied to my boss. I had to lie to him that the bonus money that he had given to me plus the pension money that he had also given to me, I had been robbed by these other South African boys when they saw that I was drunk. But to tell you the truth, I was never robbed by any man. I was robbed by the woman that I loved. And what really hurts me the most is that the day when I did not have any money at all, when I could not speak to her over the phone, I found her. She had her legs wide open for my best friend. That was the worst day of my life. I even collapsed. I fainted because that woman, she was my everything. And each and every time when it is Christmas, I just feel so bad because I start to think about all the things that I could have done with the money if I had not been dating that Xhosa woman. I am a Zimbabwean guy who has been working and staying here in Eastern Cape. Life is a little bit difficult, especially when you have been given an opportunity to make money, then you are unable to achieve anything after you would have been given that opportunity. Love, they say that it is blind, but love, it will make you to have a mental illness once you start to date a Xhosa woman. I met this Xhosa girl. Let me be honest. She had a big booty. She had the skin that was so beautiful. She was a diamond that I had been lucky to pick up. Me, a foreign guy, dating such a beautiful woman. That was the most amazing feeling that I had ever had. Even when my father was sick, when my father passed away, she said this to me, Godfrey, I know that you are stressed. Do not even worry that your dad has passed away. Let me heal you. Let me comfort you. She came to my house where I was staying, and she said that she wanted to massage me. This was after I had given her the money that I was supposed to use for transport to go and bury my father. And I forgot about the funeral that had happened in Zim. We made the most amazing love whilst my father was being buried. And this woman, she is that kind of a woman that can make you to forget your budget, your goals. Even you can say that it is your ancestors that has blessed you with such a beautiful woman. This woman, I would pour fuel into her car because she had a small vehicle and she was staying in a nice apartment, and I would buy her food. Then as for me, I would pretend as if I am someone that is godly, that loves to fast at all the times. Why? It is because I was even unable to buy food for myself. All that I could do was to pay rent. And this girl, she would come to me, and the way that she used to beg for this money, she had one rule that she lived by. Once she would be in my room, she would be completely naked. She did not even care about anything, no panty, no bra. So you can imagine a woman with such a great body, and she has locked herself in with you. Then she would come, and I'll be sitting on a chair, and she will kneel down in front of me, and it will be maybe on a Friday, and she would want me to give her money so that she can go to a groove. This is what she used to say, Godfrey, please give me some money so that I can go and drink alcohol with my friends. There was a way that she used to roll her eyes in the most amazing way, and whenever she would do that, I would just feel so sorry for him. Even if I would refuse, she would go on the bed and she will say, okay, come and sleep with me if that is what you want. She was so unresistible. And the moment that you start to sleep with him, then she will take out your manhood from her and she'll say, if you want to continue, please, Godfrey, just give me some money so that I can go out with my friends. And you will just think with your manhood, no longer using your brain, and she will take the money from you. And one thing that also made me to feel like I was over the moon, whenever I would sleep with him, she would look into my eyes and she always kept these long nails. She used to play with those nails on my back when I was busy making love to him. She would say, Godfrey, look at me. And when I would look at her, she will say that I can feel you in my womb. And if you ejaculate on that spot, you are going to impregnate me. Godfrey, you are going to impregnate me. And this would make me to be so crazy, so much that even all of my money, after I would have paid rent, I'll just say, this is the money that I have been given by my boss. Take it and do whatever that you want to do with it. I told myself, and she used to do this. Whenever we would have an argument, she will strip herself naked and she will say, Godfrey, look at me. I am your investment. And she would want money from me. And I used to think that one day we will have a child together and then maybe we could become rich somehow. I told myself that she was wifey material, but deep down I knew that I was bleeding because I was starving myself to death. When she would come to me, she would say, Godfrey, you know that I can't cook. I can't cook. Just order something so that we can eat. I would order galitos and we would eat. That will be the little money that I would have saved. South Africa is very rough. If you do not mind your business, you can survive by buying a 2.5 of millimil. Whenever I would buy a 5 kg of millimil, I'll say praise the Lord, because all that I could afford was that 2.5 of millimil, and I would fast 2 or 3 days each and every week so as to save the millimil. No breakfast, no lunch, just water. And then I made the mistake to tell her that my boss was going to relocate from South Africa. He wanted to go overseas. He had called us into his office and he had said, Godfrey and everyone that was there, you have been working for me all of these years. I know that you do not have any savings since we were not registered. He said that he wanted to give us our pension money and he was going to give us cash and bonus on top. We celebrated. When I was making love to my Xhosa girlfriend, I don't know what she did to me. I ended up telling her that that very same Christmas we were going to enjoy because I'll be having a lot of money. I promised her money and I ended up giving her 23k. The money that I was going to be given, I thought that when I return back to Zim, I will buy a small car. Then I will start to use that car as a taxi. People would hire me and I will get my money back. But I forgot it. The day when I was given my money, she was waiting for me. She gave me the most amazing love making of my entire life, and I gave her the 23k, which was cash. And after I had given her my bonus, instead of saving, helping my family, or buying something nice, I gave it to him. And I said, my love, my queen, my princess, baby, my diamond, spoil yourself with all of this money. And then a couple of days after, when she had seen that my money was finished, she then said, you know, you've been sleeping with me non-stop, because I had also bought some sex pills so that I can stay hard at all the times, because I had given her a lot of money. She then said that her cookie was burning hot and she wanted some rest, so she was going back to her mother's place. I said, okay, no problem. She promised me that she was going to come back. So after she had left me, I did not speak to him. Then on the 27th of December, she was no longer answering my calls. I said, what is going on with this woman? I went to her place and her mother just gave me like a cold shoulder. Then I tried to speak with my friend. He was not also answering my calls. And I said, let me just go and check up on him. I went to another location. The moment that I entered into that yard, I heard a voice, like someone was like, and I said, there is only one woman who makes such a romantic sound when she is sleeping with a man. This is my girlfriend. I walked slowly, and when I opened the door, Brother Nashi, I just collapsed to the ground because of what I saw. As for my girlfriend, she was sleeping in bed and she was not wearing anything. And just like what she used to do whenever she would be with me, she would always have this small towel in between her legs and looking at you. It just made me to feel wonderful. And yeah, I was looking at the love of my life with my friend in between her legs. I was shocked, and I did not even expect that this was what was going to happen. I fell down on my knees and I started to cry, and I said to her, so this is what you have decided to do to me. She then looked at my friend and she was like, babe, please can you tell this guy to leave us? Otherwise I'm going to call the police. My friend, to my surprise, he said, Godfrey, you need to leave. This one is a South African. She can even get you killed. Just leave, my man. So I got up and I was crying. When I got out of their room, I don't know what really happened to me. I was feeling dizzy. The people that were sitting outside, they were drinking their beer and they were just enjoying. They even laughed at me because when I walked outside, the whole world was spinning. I just walked straight into the fence. I missed the gate and I kept on hitting the fence because I was confused and I was depressed. I was heartbroken, and they showed me where the gate was and I returned back to my place. I cried so much because I was thinking about the 23K that I had given him just before Christmas. Then on 27th of December, a couple of days later, she has already opened her legs for my best friend. What more did she want from me? And that is how this girl cheated on me. And she said that she did not want me anymore. From there on, life was just hard. My bonus was finished. My friend, I did not want to see him, and that girl, she did not want to see me anymore. And these are the lessons that I learned. When you are dating a woman, even if she is those kind of women that always demand or begs for money from you, do not overspend for love, and always do not ignore any red flags because your girlfriend has a massive behind. And make sure that you always keep your money close to you, because these women, once you do not have money, they will totally forget about you. But South African women, they are not all the same. I am dating a woman right now and she is different from the girl that I used to date, because as for this one, even if I do not have money, she can help me with some money. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Let us try to speak with our dear brother in the comment section. Yo.